Welcome, hackers. Today we are going to take a look at how to best take advantage of the Vitality of the Tree feature in the new Barbarian subclass Path of the World tree. Earlier we did a video on the subclass as a whole, but right now we're just going to take a look at this one individual feature within the subclass. You can check out the link above to see the entire original video. So let's take a look at the ability. Vitality of the Tree. Your rage taps into the life force of the world tree. You gain the following benefits. Vitality Surge. When you activate your rage, you gain a number of temporary hit points equal to your barbarian level. Life-Giving Force. At the start of each of your turns, while your rage is active, you can choose another creature within 10 feet of yourself to gain temporary hit points. To determine the number of temporary hit points, roll a number of d6s equal to your rage damage bonus and add them together. If any of these temporary hit points remain when your rage ends, they vanish. So obviously, temporary hit points and granting temporary hit points are both great. But how can we take advantage of this beyond the obvious? We know barbarians take half damage from certain damage types. This means that if the barbarian has 10 temporary hit points, the enemy will have to do 20 damage before they deplete them and get to any real hit points. Because of this, spells like Polymorph and Shape Change are always good on a barbarian. Part of the spell says the target gains a number of temporary hit points equal to the hit points of the beast form. The spell ends early on the target if it has no temporary hit points left. So entering a rage when you're low on temporary hit points could be a way of increasing the duration of these spells. It also means that spells like Armor of Agathis are extra powerful on this barbarian. This spell reads, Protective Magical Frost surrounds you. You gain 5 temporary hit points. If a creature hits you with a melee attack roll before the spell ends, the creature takes 5 cold damage. The spell ends early if you have no temporary hit points. With a 1-level dip in Warlock, the barbarian can take this spell that doesn't require concentration and cast it before battle. Now, when he rages, he gets temp hit points, potentially lengthening the amount of time this spell lasts. Now, the barbarian only gains the hit points at the start of a rage, but the life-giving force portion of this ability doles out temporary hit points every round. We know that Dungeons & Dragons is a team game, and this ability does more than just granting a little buffer of hit points to his allies. Fighting side by side with a Warlock can help to boost your party members' Armor of Agathis by recharging their temp hit points at the start of every round. A Polymorph character falls out of Polymorph when they lose hit points. Even a wild-shaped druid gains a number of temp hit points while wild-shaping. Giving your party members additional temp hit points every round can greatly increase their ability to do whatever strategy they may be using. Granting temp hit points is also a great way to help keep your healer alive. After all, the healer can't heal people if they're unconscious. The key to this ability is communication and coordination with your party. What might your party members do differently if they know you would be giving them a boost at the start of each turn? Would their tactics change? Would the party become more reckless? Would they prioritize keeping you alive so they could continue to get the temp hit point buffer? Let me know in the comments if you have any other ideas on how to take advantage of this ability. And until next time, keep on hacking the dungeon.